cost allocation, joint products and byproducts. Let us go for a small revision, a quick revision of our previous lecture, and then today we'll try to solve two sums. Rahul, please switch off your video. Okay. So we'll discuss about the sums and we'll try to solve these sums. So that will help you out to understand how this joint cost is being allocated to the joint products or to the byproducts. These were the learning objectives. We discussed terminologies, what joint cost means when a single production process is being getting connected, when a single production process uh, gives you more than one or more than one product is known as the cost that incurred to produce that respective product is known as joint cost. Split off point, a point from where more than one product gets separate identity. Separable costs are the cost that is incurred after after the split off point. That means are assigned directly to a single product, to a separate product. This is the example of joint products. This is all about your various terminologies seen in the previous slide. Joint cost. So when a common production process is going on, it is known as a joint cost. The point from where more than one product is separately identifiable, it is known as a split off point. And any expenses related to a separate product incurs after this separable point, split off point, is known as separable cost. So all these products have their own separate cost as well as separate sell value. The only thing that we need to allocate is this joint cost. Joint cost, whatever joint cost is being incurred is supposed to be allocated to 1, 2, and 3, all these three products. But how to allocate this joint cost? So we had gone through for different methodologies. One was market based and second was physical method. So market based, we actually used to talk about three different methods: sales value at split off, NRV, that is net realizable value, and constant gross margin percentage, NRV method. These are market based methods. These are being calculated on the base of the sales value that is being collected, revenue that is being collected, and on the base of that, this joint cost is allocated. Physical measures, the joint cost is allocated on the basis of uh, the total volume, the total quantity that is being produced by separate products. So these are the two main methods. Total, there are four methods, three on market based and one on physical measures. So today we are going to solve some of physical measures as well as NRV. This is an illustration given to you, and these are examples. We are going to solve these sums. Sales value split off method. Just look to the methods and then we'll move on to the sum. The sales value split off method allocate joint cost to joint products produced during the accounting period on the base of the relative total sales value at the split off point. See, generally what happens now, if we'll go back to the diagram and if we see this, for example, let's talk about this respective diagram. This diagram is from a textbook only. So if we'll go through the textbook, you will find the same example. So this is a joint cost of $4 lakh, $400,000, and they are producing this respective units of cream and liquid steam. These are quantity. These are not sales value. But generally, what happens now? Certain products will have a sales value exactly at split off point. They do not need any separable cost to be incurred after split off point. So sales value at split off point says talks about this method that whatever the sales values there on during the split off point, on the basis of that sales value will identify a ratio, will calculate a ratio and will allocate the joint cost to the separate products. This method uses the sales value of the entire production of the accounting period, not just the quantity sold. Yes, quantity sold and quantity produced both are different things. Quantity produced may be more, but quantity sold may depend on if we assume there is no inventories available, no stock, no beginning ending inventory was there. So in that case, whatever goods are being produced is not that all units will be sold. So goods sold will be equal to goods produced or less than goods produced. So we are not calculating this respective, allocating this joint cost on the base of quantity sold, but we are allocating this joint cost on the base of the production. That is the number of units produced. The sales value of the split off method follows the benefit received criteria of cost allocation. We are not skipping this calculations. We'll discuss during our sums calculations. Right now, I'm not discussing that. Second is a physical measures method. The physical measures method allocate joint cost to joint product produced during the accounting period on the base of a comparable physical measure, such as relative weight, quantity, volume at the split off point. Let's go back to the respective diagram one more time. Now see, if I need to if I need to transfer or allocate this joint cost to cream and to liquid scheme, as per the physical measures method, I have the total unit of production. It is 100,000 gallons. So this 4 lakh will be divided on the basis of the proportion, that is 25%. 25,000 gallons divided by the total units of production, that is 100,000 gallons. It comes to 25 percentage, and this comes to 75 percentage. So this 4 lakh will be allocated to cream. 4 lakh multiplied by 25 percentage, that is the proportion of the weightage that we had calculated, and liquid scheme 75%. So 75% of this 4 lakh will be allocated to liquid scheme. So this is how physical measures is calculated. We'll solve the sum again. So that will give you more clear idea, more clear picture about what physical measures method means. But physical measures method says that your joint cost is supposed to be allocated only on the basis of the number of units produced. Okay, so it talks about quantity produced. See, this is given here. If you see this respective thing that we've seen, that the quantity produced for cream was 25,000 and liquid scheme was 75,000. The total comes to 100,000. The gallons, that is the ratio, is calculated. Weightage is calculated. 25,000 divided by 100,000. 75,000 divided by 100,000. So this comes to 25% and 75%. And this 4 lakh rupees, this 4 lakh dollars, $400,000 are being allocated on the basis of the ratio calculated. That is 25 percentage multiplied by 400,000 comes to 1 lakh. 75 percentage multiplied by 400,000 comes to 3 lakhs. So this is how this respective joint cost is allocated. Later on, if you want, you can calculate it on a per unit basis also. So this is physical measures method. NRV, the net realizable value method. NRV method discusses that allocate the joint cost to joint product produced during the accounting period on the base of the relative net realized value, and net realized value is final sales value minus separable cost. Again, moving back to the diagram, we'll see this diagram. This is up to what we had seen, that a product is being produced, identified at split off point, and it is being, the joint cost is being allocated. Now let us say, for example, this cream and this liquid scheme are further processed, and butter, cream, and condensed milk is being produced. In that case, what happens? So if we'll see, so cream needs some additional cost to be incurred to produce butter creams, whereas liquid scheme is supposed to incur some additional cost to produce condensed milk. So processing cost is given. Now this 280,000 is clearly identifiable cost of cream, whereas this 520,000, $100,000 is a part of liquid scheme. So this separable cost is allocated to the separate products. Now if we add some dollar values to butter cream and to condensed milk, they will give us a sales value minus this further processing or separable cost. So you will be at here at certain point. Then you need to calculate your ratio. and on the basis of that you can be able to deduct the you can be able to allocate your respective joint cost. So moving backward, in physical measures, you're calculating on the basis of your weightage, your quantity produced, whereas on NRV method, we are moving back. Sales will get split off point if this respective amount, if this respective product have certain amount, so we could have been able to allocate this joint cost only on the base of the sales value. Whereas here we are moving back from this product to processing cost, and that is the separable cost minus joint cost. In that way, it can be calculated. See here, it is calculated. Now, if we'll see here, this is the joint cost. This is the cost allocated for creams, and this is the cost allocated for condensed milk. Now, if we'll see here, production, transferable cost, and ending inventory, and everything is given. So, transferable cost is mentioned here. Separable cost, sales value is given. Now, if you'll see here, the production, if you'll go back to your slide, you will find that buttercream is produced 20,000 gallons and condensed milk is 50,000 gallons. So, there's a price given 25 per gallon, that is your buttercream, and $22 per gallon of condensed milk. So, you can be able to generate your revenue, that is sales value, minus separable cost. So separable cost, after deducting separable cost, you will have NRV. This sales value minus separable cost gives you NRV, net realizable value at split off point. We'll see this diagram. If I am deducting this respective cost from buttercream, where I am standing at this point. That is why it is known as NRV at split off point, net realizable value at split off point. So this comes, the total of these two will help us to find out the weightage. 220,000 dollars divided by $800,000 will give you 27.5%, and this will give you 72.5%. And on the basis of that, this $400,000 will be allocated to buttercream and to condensed. So this is NRV method, net realizable value method. This is income statement. We're not focusing on income statement right now. When we'll calculate sums on income statement, we'll talk about that. We are stopping this theoretical session right now here, and we are moving back to our calculations. I hope you all have the book, and we'll see two sums today. We'll try to solve two sums today, and then we'll end this session. So this is the first sum. This is the first solved sum of your textbook. Hindustan Oil. It is a NRV method sum. If you are using the 14th edition of the book, it is 16.16. And kindly go through the sum and share the page number for 16th edition with all other friends. You just open the book, just see the diagram given, and then we'll solve this sum. This is Hindustan Oil produces, this is about Hindustan Oil. It is a sum of NRV method, net realizable value method, and then we'll start moving to the another sum. Keep in mind, when you're calculating NRV method, we used to go back to the split off point. NRV at split off point, that is the actual name of this method. So to moving back to the split off point from the sales value, we need to deduct separable cost from the sales value. So let me explain you the sum. Discussing 16.16, it is a sum of NRV method, and the brief of the sum is somewhat like this, that Hindustan Oil produces two joint products from a single vegetable oil refining process. The first oil is cooking oil and the second is soap oil. And the joint cost in the month of July is given to you 2 crores 40 lakh rupees. And the separable cost beyond split off point were, that means after this product gets separated split off point के बाद जॉइंट प्रोसेस तक का कॉस्ट था 2 करोड़ 40 लाख रुपए. जॉइंट कॉस्ट जॉइंट स्प्लिट ऑफ पॉइंट के आगे इसको प्रोसेस किया गया है और इसको प्रोसेस करने के बाद कुकिंग ऑयल के लिए सेपरेट कॉस्ट लग रहा है और सोप ऑयल के लिए सेपरेट कॉस्ट लग रहा है. तो दिस इज गिवन टू अस. सेलिंग प्राइस इज rupees 50 per liter for cooking oil and 25 per liter for soap oil. Cooking oil is produced is 10 lakh liters and soap oil is produced 5 lakh liters. Allocate the joint cost using NRV method. Before we move on to this respective solution, let us try to understand what the diagram want to say and then we'll calculate it again. So you may see that this is a processing cost given. A certain process is happening here. This is the joint process. This is the point where this respective products get divided into two products. One is cooking oil and another is soap oil. Now these two products are being separately processed and have certain processing cost also. So this becomes joint cost. The cost that is given as a joint cost, this is the part. This is the part where joint cost is allocated. After this, this is known as split off point. This is known as split off point, this respective point where these two products are getting separated. So this is cooking oil and let's say this is soap oil. So cooking oil have a separate cost. Now the cost that is incurred here is known as separable cost. The cost incurred here is known as separable cost. So these two products have their own separable cost and from this they have certain final sales value. They have certain final sales value. So from this point we need to come back to this point. We need to come back to this point, that is at split off point. So sales value minus separable cost will give us net realized value, and we need to calculate the weightage of net realized value, and according to that weightage we'll distribute this joint cost. I hope the diagram is very much clear to all of you. If you'll see this diagram, you will be able to find out, yes, it is given. Okay. Coming back to our sum, just a revision. Hindustan Oil produces two products, cooking oil and soap oil. The joint cost is 2 crore 40 lakh rupees. Cooking oil is 3 crores and soap oil is 75 lakh. These are the separable costs. These are the separable costs. Cooking oil is given to us. This is the amount. This is the amount of production. This is the volume of production. This is the price. And soap oil, this is the price and this is the volume. And we need to calculate allocate joint cost using NRV method. Let's go to the sum and let us solve this sum. So we have two products, cooking oil and soap oil. Sales value. Sales value, if you will see this, you will be able to find that what is the sales value, rupees 50 per liter, and these are the units, 10 lakh units. Selling price and quantity. Selling price is 50. This is the quantity. Total sales value is the multiplication of these two. In the same way, if we'll calculate for soap oil's value is 25, 5 lakh, and the total sales value is 25 multiplied by 5 lakh. So this is the sales value. Deduct separable cost. I will see the separable cost is given to us. I'm just calculating this in Excel, so it becomes quite easier for me to calculate and for easier for you to understand. This is separable cost. This is the soap oil separable cost. As there are commas, I'm moving them. And this will be known as NRV, net realized value. So sales value minus separable cost and sales value minus separable cost. We need to calculate weightage of this. So let us go for total of this NRV. This is the total weightage, that is sales NRV of cooking oil divided by total net realized value, 80%, and fixing the same here is 20%. Our separable, our joint cost was 2 crores and 40 lakhs joint cost. So joint cost is given to us. Let me put it in the bracket format so that it will easy for you to understand and recall that this is a joint cost. Joint cost is mentioned. So joint cost will be calculated on the basis of the ratio and here. So this is your total joint cost allocated. Let us check out whether it is right or not. So we'll go for the formula of sum, and you find it here that it is okay. So this is how joint cost is allocated. I hope this is clear. First of all, we need to calculate the sales value. We did that. Then after calculating the total sales value of cooking oil as well as of soap oil, after calculating the total sales value of both the products, we deducted the separable cost of each product from that sales value. We have NRV. This is known as net realized value at split of point. So we did the total of the NRV of both the products, and then we calculated the weightage. Weightage is being calculated in, that is sales NRV of soap oil, cooking oil divided by total NRV, and in the same way NRV of soap oil divided by total NRV. So this gives us the weightage of these two products, and joint cost is allocated on the basis of these weightage. So this is how this respective product, this respective NRV method can be calculated. I hope this is very much clear. This is the only single requirement of 16.16. Now I have another sum to share with you. We'll go a little bit faster. It will explain us how to calculate the sums on the basis of physical measures as well as on NRV method. NRV, we are very much clear now. I hope so. And we are moving on for physical measures. So this is a sum of Mangalore Refinery, Mangalore Refinery Petroleum Limited, MRPL. It is sum number 16.18 in 14th edition. Kindly share the sum number of in 16th edition along with the page number in chat box so that rest all can do that. Nikita, if you can do that for all of us. So this is the sum given. MRPL is producing hydrocarbons, and MRPL is producing three different products. One is crude oil. I had summarized the data here only. MRPL processes hydrocarbons and produces crude oil, natural gas liquids, and gas. These are the three products that the company is producing by processing hydrocarbons. The quantity produced is given and the selling price is also given. Along with that, there is a separable cost given for each of the products. So after processing hydrocarbons for a certain point of time, the crude oil is incurring separable cost of 8750 and 150 barrels are produced at sold at 900 rupees per barrel. NGL, natural gas liquids, 50 barrels are produced and sold at 750 rupees per barrel and the separable cost is 5250. Whereas gas is actually a vapor form, but it is converted into equivalent barrels, and in that cases it has produced 800 equivalent barrels and sold at rupees 65 per equivalent barrel. Separable cost is 10,500. MRPL pays 70,000 for hydrocarbons, which is being acquired from some its subsidiary plants. And cost of operating the refinery up to split off point was 20,000, which includes 5,000 of gas charges from Mangalore utilities also. Tax rate, this is given for calculating the income statement. Tax rate is 30%. We are not focusing on income statement right now, as I told you earlier. We will be first of all calculating the joint cost allocation. Once this part is over, we'll calculate the income statement also. So what MRPL is doing? MRPL is incurring 70,000 for hydrocarbons and 20,000 for gas. That is 20,000 for operating the refinery up to split off point. So if you'll see here, this is a production, this is a raw material process acquiring charges. Raw material is being acquired before these products are produced. So it is a cost to the company plus refinery operating charges are 20,000. So the total joint cost in this sum, there is nowhere mentioned what is joint cost. We need to identify that. So the total joint cost is 70,000 plus 20,000 comes to 90,000. The total joint cost in this sum is 90,000 rupees. You have three different products: crude oil, natural gas, and gas. We need to allocate this joint cost. So let us try to understand the physical measures. This is the production unit. This is the production quantity of crude oil, natural gas natural gas liquid and gas. 150, 50 and 800. If we'll go here, you can be able to find 150 barrels, 50 barrels and 800 barrels. So the total production is of 1000 barrels. That is, let us check it out. 1000 barrels. After this, we are not deducting any separable cost. We are not doing anything. We are simply calculating the weightage. That means 150 divided by total units produced. That is 1000. That gives us 15 percentage and 5 percentage and 80 percentage. And this joint cost 90,000 is allocated on the basis of this weightage calculated, that is 13,500. Now let me copy this and share it. So 4,570,000, 2,000. So this comes to 90,000 rupees. So this is how a joint cost is being allocated on the basis of physical measures. If we'll talk about NRV, no issues, Nabira. If this sum is not there, I will share this sum with all of you. It is taken from the 14th edition, and you can be able to see the sum and can be able to solve it also. Not to be worried about. So ये crude oil ये physical measures के through किया गया है. We'll see this NRV method. Sales value was given to us. Sales value is rupees 900, 750, and 65. So if I go directly, this is the total number of units multiplied by 900. This is 750. So 50 units multiplied by 750 and 65 rupees for the gas. So this gives me revenue minus separable cost. Separable cost was 8750, 5250, and 10,500. NRV split off will be on hand. We need to calculate the weightage, and then we can be able to allocate the joint cost. We have less than 1 minute remained, in fact. So I'm stopping this sharing right now. I will share this sum along with you, and let us see what queries